Hey guys, happy Monday. I wanted to make this video. You guys know I don't make videos often. I make them every once in a blue moon. But when I do feel the need to make one, I feel like, it's something on my heart that maybe I can help someone with that I have or am experiencing. So I wanted to talk to you guys today, and I wanted to talk about trusting the process. As you guys know, I've been an entrepreneur full time here now for a year and a half. It'll be 2 years in August. And I feel like the process that I've gone through since that August 20th, 2015 to now here, December 5th, 2016, I feel like I've grown tremendously, mentally and spiritually, and in business especially. Because I didn't know what to expect once I jumped out here. I didn't know what to expect. Once I got to being this full-time entrepreneur, I was unprepared for what was ahead. However, God has guided me through all of it, and I am here now, a year and a half later, still standing. And I'm just so grateful to God for it. And I just wanted to share with you guys today, those of you who, may need this message about trusting the process, whether it's in business, life, love, whatever. I feel like, we sometimes get so caught up in our right now, what it looks like today, what it looks like tomorrow, me especially. I find myself falling back into that sometimes. Before, that was huge for me. Like, I always stressed about today and what's not happening today and how it's not working out for me today, or whatever. I always stressed about the today. And thank God for having a husband who was the opposite. He didn't stress about today. He just kept going and preparing for the future, and God was going to work out today for him. But in my mind, it was like, no, look, I got to figure this out because it has to be figured out by today. So I'm saying that to say is I had to trust the process. I mean, transitioning from a corporate girl to a full-time entrepreneur working for self. So that means that there was no check every 2 weeks. There was no overtime. There was no direct deposit. Whatever you do is what get deposited into your bank account. So that transition for me at first was a little rough because I didn't know what to do. I took the leap of faith, not knowing where I was jumping and where I was going to land. I just was kind of floating in the air. So I had to trust the process, unknowingly trusting the process, because at the end of the day, I knew that I did not want to go back to a desk. I did not want to work for someone else. I did not want to feel the way I felt working for someone else. So I had to trust the process, because if I did not want to go back to a corporate job, I had to figure it out. So now, speaking to you, I'm going to tell you that it is possible. It can happen. I am a work in progress, that God has guided to that trust in the process point. And I want you guys to not be afraid and not be fearful of the unknown, or not be fearful of, what ifs. Because if you keep worrying about the unknowns and the what ifs, you're going to still be at that desk. You're going to still be working for that boss that you hate. I'm sorry, I'm not going to use the word hate. You're going to still be working for that job that you hate. And that boss that doesn't care about you, or care that you have sick children, or care that, you have a family to take care of. They want you to just worry about them. And if you have something great that God has instilled in you to share with the world, or ways that you can better your family, why not take that chance? It's not like, you taking that leap or taking that jump will then you can't ever, if it doesn't work out, you can always go back to a job. It's not, you're not frowned upon if you decide to go back. Whatever works for your family is what works for your family. But I just want to say, don't not take that chance. Don't not is so ignorant, because it's not a word. Do not take the chance or the opportunity to go out there and see if what your dreams are is capable of turning into a reality. Because I would hate for you to leave this earth not really living life, or not really doing things that you wanted to do in life because you were afraid. So back to trusting the process. I feel like, me taking that leap and getting out here and trusting God's process in the meantime has taught me so much, because I've walked down so many different roads on this journey that, some of them, when I got to a certain point, it's just like, is this possible? Am I really doing this? Is this something that I want to continue to do, or do I want to turn back? And it's plenty of times where I had to pray and talk to God and talk to my husband and really really reflect on what I'm doing, and is this worth it? Because things don't happen overnight in business. You're not going to just jump out there and your business is going to be on top of the world. It's progress. Some people don't make it to any levels for 20-30 years before they even get to the level of success. So it's a long journey, but you got to trust the process. So this message here that I'm sharing is honestly for myself, as well as for anyone else who feels that they're in a process of something that they're not sure of. They don't know if they should turn back and go and do something differently. I'm telling you, trust the process and trust God, and allow him to guide you and lead you to wherever you're going to go, because everything's a learning process. We learn from everything. So whatever you go through, you're going to learn from it. You're going to grow from it. And the next time you may meet something like this, you're either going to be ahead or you're going to be prepared for whatever it is, and then you're going to go to that next level and through that next storm, and you're going to get through it. So I just want you to trust the process. Trust where God's taking you. Allow him to guide you. It may not happen in the first 5 years, 10 years, but it's going to happen. So you're either going to trust the process, or you're going to go backwards and go back to whatever it is that you feel you're comfortable with. And honestly, I don't want to be comfortable. I don't want to spend my life comfortable. So I'm going to trust God's process. And I'm going to allow him to guide me. And I'm going to allow him to send me in a direction that he sees fits, because he knows what I want. He knows what my ultimate goal is. He knows where I want to be in 5-10 years from now. So I'm going to trust God's process, and I hope you do the same.